Well, all right, we're going to get into our roommate story. And
that was a roommate story.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing better. That's the only, I guess, important part.
And we got to prank Manny, bro. So I'm on a high right now, baby.
All right. So our topic of roommate and horror stories, right? I was reading on the old interweb, and I came across a story where this college chick, was in a dormitory, right? And apparently she woke up and heard her roommate across the hall screaming. So she woke up to her roommate screaming.
Oh, wow.
So when she would, got out of bed and she, see what the screaming was. Come to find out, because there's like a dormitory, so there's like 4 people in the room, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of the third roommate was actually peeing on the second roommate. Yeah. So I came across that online.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, if I'm in college, what a horrible experience. I'm forced to share, I can't afford to, live out in town or something. So I'm in these dormitories. But, I'm waking up to being peed on in my sleep.
That sounds like something Casey James would do.
I would be getting revenge.
Nah. No way.
So I don't know.
Something like that.
I lock my door. Sleepwalking pier. It's my worst nightmare.
Everyday thing.
Yeah,
So
DJ's real trusting about that too. He never locks his door.
He doesn't lock it?
Nah, never.
Well, Maverick, our dog, is technically a roommate, and he will pee on your face, so watch out.
Well, that got me to thinking about, roommate stories and kind of any encounters that we have had that kind of really set us off or something that, I don't know, that angered us or... just a horrible roommate experience. Does anybody have any stories or anything that they can relate to?
Matt, do you want to go first?
Oh yeah, probably just sophomore year of college.
This was before I lived with them.
Yeah, this was before my life was out there.
Just to preface that,
This is back when he was a cop.
Well, wasn't a cop. I worked for a police department, and that's what I thought I wanted to do. I tasted great. I just want to let you know. And I lived with this guy freshman year that was real cool, real laid back, smoked some weed, but they always did like their own thing. And I'm always a guy, hey, do your own thing. I don't need to be involved. It's whatever. Well, I didn't realize that when you get an apartment, and even when you get a house, like there's no rules anymore. Like at the dorm, everyone was scared of getting caught by the RA, all this crap. And
resident advisor.
Yes.
I was like, what is that?
Sorry.
college lingo.
Yes, I'm cool. However, so they'd go outside, all that jazz. Well, when you get an apartment or house, they do all that in the room. Like the first day we get there, I'm like, oh, they're going to go off and smoke. They're like, we're rolling up Fatty Susie right now. You want to take a hit of this? I was like, I got to go to my police interview right now. Like, I can't take a hit of Fatty Susie. Got things to do, places to be. And then it was just, I don't know. And then it just got, they started doing the crazy stuff. They started getting like, birthday cakes of as much, edible or weed they could bake into it. Then they started doing hash, which is like concentrated weed oil. And it was such a conflicting thing because I was like trying to be a cop working for this police department, coming home to this tomfoolery. And the
shenanigans.
My roommate at the time, this is actually true. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Walmart." And I was such a bitch. You can say that. Like I just did whatever he wanted. I drove him anywhere. It was like a one-sided friendship. And roommates should be friends. Granted, it's somewhat of a business arrangement, but you should like people you live with.
Sure.
And
yeah.
I just did whatever. I was so complacent. But he's like, we're gonna go to Walmart. So I was like, all right. Well, he and his girlfriend go back into the room. I shared room with him. I'm pretty sure I woke up to him, doing the business several times. I did the same to him once. Anyway, we're even. But I go outside of the balcony because I'm like, we're supposed to go. I go by the window. And the blinds are up, or the curtains we had. So I was like, yo, Adrian. Well, I'm being completely honest. If he ever listens to this, which he won't. I hope I never see him again. His name is Adrian.
You feel the love on that one.
I was like, let's go. I did not see anything. I did not hear any sex noises. I did not see any sexy things. Honestly, did not. He came out of the room. The girlfriend came out of the room and like left.
What?
Yeah, like stormed off. He came off and was like, and he was probably high as hell. He's like, no. Oh my God. Are you serious? Like, why would you do that, dude? I was like, do what? You said we were going to the store. I said if you were ready. He's like, why would you spy on me and my girlfriend? Do you want to see us have sex? I was like,
what?
I don't understand.
Were you spying?
I was like, no. Nick, I prefaced with saying, I honestly didn't see anything. I was like, Adrian, you said we were going to the store. I knew you were in there. I went on the balcony because the window was open and screamed to you like, I don't understand. He's like, you're going to have to apologize to my girlfriend. You can't be looking at her like that. I was like, Adrian, I didn't see anything. I want to say I spent, this is how I got my girlfriend, by the way, because I didn't want, lesser of two evils. I wanted to spend more time with her than my roommate. But like, I felt like I wasn't allowed in that house. I paid for this freaking thing. Oh, it was the worst.
That's
dude.
a terrible situation.
That's
to be in
why I
when you
got
feel
with
like
his
you can't
girlfriend.
Where you
Yeah.
can't even go home when you pay for the place.
And now he lives with me, so.
Oh,
All right, well,
I
Casey,
still hate to go
it's
home.
your turn, man. What's your
I guess
what's your
Casey
skinny?
became the new girlfriend.
All right.
What's your skinny?
So, I've lived with Matt actually.
He's only lived with me.
Yeah, like since I moved out of my parents' house, I moved in with Matt and 2 of our other roommates.
Real talk?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Matt and I have been going 5 years, guys.
So he lost so Casey James lost his
5
roommate
years.
virginity to Matt.
Yeah. And I remember the first time I met Matt, I was like, oh, this guy's the biggest goober ever. Like he had, and I swear he had no balls. Like his girlfriend,
diversity?
his girlfriend had his balls in his purse.
The one that
Or
I
in her
took
purse.
because I wasn't with the other roommates.
Yeah. Anyways, Matt was never a problem. Matt was never even at the house, so he didn't have to worry about anything. We did have one roommate, Z, who he.
Why did I forget about him?
Yeah, I don't
ahead.
know. He had a lot of problems with Matt. He always owed Matt money. That was one.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like it got up to like $600 at one point.
$600?
Yeah, just because he wouldn't pay for the bill every month. Like he.
Why were you guys letting him live there then?
Well, we ended up not letting him live there after 2 years of living with him. And that was because we were on year-long leases, right?
yeah.
So you get kind of stuck after once you sign the paperwork, you're stuck with that person for a year unless the owner comes in and tries to evict, and that whole process can get all screwed up anyways.
And quick side note is he was okay. He was sketchy, as Casey will tell you.
I'm gonna story
And
about that.
he owed me money, but he wasn't like my old roommates. He was just there. He was okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, Matt and I and you don't know our other old roommate, but we're all pretty good friends. We're friendly people, so we have a lot of friends, and especially our other roommate had a lot of friends that were girls, right? And they're pretty attractive girls. Well, Z doesn't really have a lot to bring to the table, as far as
Especially money?
yeah, money, personality, the whole 9, pretty much. So he tries to hit on these girls. Well, he was doing this thing for a while where he would try to message girls like on Facebook and stuff and saying, hey, I got a question for you. How would you feel about, dating a professional athlete? Because I'm on the Angels and, I really like you, and goes through this whole thing. And we saw with
True
one
story.
of my friends, one of my friends that's a girl, and he sent this message, and it's seriously like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a page worth of like confessing his love or something to a girl he never met before. And just going through this whole spiel of lying about saying what his occupation was, and it doesn't even make sense. Like, if you're a professional athlete, why would you be hanging out with 3 kids in a college house?
Dude, I ran into some people like that, though.
Yeah.
Some parties telling me, like, I play for the Bengals, I play for the Chargers. I'm like, man, I fell for it, to be honest. I was like, hey, man, let's hang out.
But it was getting,
You know what I mean?
so it was getting to the point where these girls wouldn't even want to come over to our house anymore, like to hang out, drink, play games, whatever.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't come over because they were too sketched out by that guy. So
Yeah.
He ruined
bad.
it for you guys.
yeah, pretty badly.
Hence, we're still virgins today.
Do you guys keep in contact with him at all?
No,
No
once he moved out, I helped him move out to get him. I helped him move to get out and get him out faster.
the door.
Because he wasn't going to do anything. I was getting to the point where I was going to be like, all right, dude, I'm about to put your stuff out on the street. Like, I don't really care anymore. You're past your lease. Why are you still here? We told you can't be here.
That is a bad
So,
roommate story, man.
How long did we let him live rent free? Was it a month?
No, it was 2 weeks.
I wonder what Jean's
couch.
got on
I
his.
remember
On what?
I know you must have some crazy roommate story up your
Oh,
sleeve.
yeah, I've got a few of them. One of them, is a typical one where the roommate doesn't pay rent on time,
Right?
I had one similar to that, but that's nothing too crazy.
I think
That
we've all
seems
had
pretty
one of those.
common. When I lived in Austin, I actually had a roommate who I was subleasing a place, right? And the actual owner of the place, she was responsible for finding, the tenants. So she found me, and then she found another guy. His name was Mike. And she went home for the summer or something, so I was living in, subleasing the place.
Right.
Well, the guy Mike, he worked in the mornings. He would go to work. He'd do whatever, and I worked in the afternoons. One day, I actually get up early because I'm going to drive home to to Dallas to visit my family. So
From Austin.
From Austin,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So I get up a little bit earlier, probably 6, 7 in the morning, and my roommate's in the kitchen. He's in there cooking, right? So I get up, I'm getting ready to go, and I start to walk out of the house, and I go to the kitchen. I see that my roommate Mike is in there. So I walk over. I'm like, "Hey, man, how you doing?" And when I get to the kitchen, dude's completely butt naked.
Oh, man.
He's cooking in the kitchen butt naked, like
I've done that before.
Do that?
nothing on.
Was he frying? Was he
Yeah,
frying
he was
stuff?
cooking like breakfast. He's baking or something.
It's an easy way to get a bird.
So here's what I did. Like I walked in there and I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And he didn't hear me. So I was like, "I gotta go," So I, because I'm packed, I'm ready. And so I immediately when I saw him, I realized he was naked. I turn around and I go back in my room. I'm like, "All right, well, how am I gonna do this?" So
Are you going to escape the house?
how am I going to get out of the house? So I've got to go by the kitchen. So I'm like, all right, I'm just going to real quickly just walk by. I'm going to just say, hey, hi, and just don't even look, just walk out.
Just bounce for the bolt for the
So
door.
that was my plan. I start to head out like I'm going to bolt for the door. And dude starts to walk out of the kitchen. Same thing, butt naked. He sees me, butt naked. We make eye contact. And he's like, "Oh, my bad, dude, my bad." I mean, I'm here trying to play dumb. I'm like, "Oh no, yeah, no, dude, you're okay. I'm heading out." So I leave.
As John's trying to capture out of the corner of his eye, by the
I'm
way.
just- I'm just trying to
out
get
his
out of there.
fingers like this.
Yeah.
Shaved
Got
her
his smug
hairy-
finger over his eye.
Shaved her hairy.
But what had happened later on, like to come to find out, dude was a nudist. Like he didn't wear clothes. Like every time, because like I said, I didn't work until the afternoon, right?
Right.
So I started to have to get up a little bit earlier, around 8, 9, and 10, before he left for work.
Right.
And dude would leave his door open, walk around his room nude, walk out of the living room. And luckily it was a sublease, so I only had like a few month lease.
Jeez.
But at that point, I was like, dude's a nudist. Like I didn't know how to approach it or how to like.
Homeboy thought he was in
Bring
the
it up.
Playboy magazine then, huh?
I don't know what it was, but he was definitely, like I said, when I started getting up earlier, I noticed that he would just walk around, or maybe he just felt comfortable that way and thought that I wouldn't wake up until later.
Super comfortable with you, man.
But I'd never met the dude, because like I said, the owner of the place she sought us both out. So I didn't know too much about him. She's just like, yeah, he's a nice guy. His name's Mike. He's your age. He's studying to be a lawyer or something. But dude was a nudist. Like he's always walking around butt naked.
Okay, so
That's pretty funny.
I got a real question.
I was
here for
caught
you.
off guard.
Was there ever a night like where you came partying like after 6th Street in Austin, and maybe like you went home and you're drunk and you're laying down? He like makes his way to your room to ask how your night went.
That's wishful thinking. No, Mick. Ask Casey. Casey's
he's
wearing his Austin T-shirt.
Well, it's funny you say that because
I bought it for.
that guy Manny that we just prank called here a second ago.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's actually funny. Me and him used to be roommates, and so he would kind of get me. Catch me a little off guard. So back when we was roommates, he was going to National University and studying whatever the heck he was studying. I don't know, but he was always in school, right? And because they have class every month, and I would go out at Pacific Beach and I would do my thing, man. Me and my friends, man, we'd go out, we'd drink, we'd party, and I'd stumble in 2 a.m. and Manny's still up doing his homework, and I'm like gone, like I'm pretty drunk, right? And so I make my way to my room, and I'm like stumbling to my bedroom, and I'm like trying to shut the door. Maybe I don't close it all the way, and Manny would come in. And I always thought this was kind of weird, man. I don't know. It's like I didn't really understand this about him. So he'd come in my room and he'd like, put, with the back of his hand, mind you, he'd like gently rub it against my face as I'm like halfway drunk, halfway awake, laying on my bed trying to pass out. He's like, Mick, how was your night? I was worried about you. You're gone all night.
He just caresses you
in the morning.
Yeah, dude. He's like, you didn't drive, did you? I'm like, no, man, it's okay. Why are you touching me, man? Get off me, bro. Anyways, there for the longest.
Manny was putting in work.
Yeah, dude. There for a while, I thought maybe he was into me, which I would have taken that as a compliment. But it just turns out he comes from Columbus, so they do things different.
Was
in
he
their culture.
nude, or he would just sneak in there and caress you?
Nah, man, he'd be in these little whitey tighties, bro. They're whitey tight, and man. Okay, so Columbians, they come a little packed, and it's not like I was looking, but it was just hanging out, bro. It's like,
How do you know that? Is that just general information?
dude? Because he'd sit right next to me, and it's not like I'm looking very hard. Dude's sitting right next to me, and it's like it's like all right, it's like girls with big breasts. They just poke out of the dang the bras or whatever. And if you got a packed junk downstairs, it's gonna kind of bulge through your whitey tighties.
I don't know, man. That seems a little fishy. I think maybe you.
Well,
You were
Yeah,
I think
definitely, you were
you just
definitely
wanted
looking
it.
for it.
I think
Yeah.
you took him up on that offer.
Well, at least I didn't have no nudist roommate walking around trying to hug me and stuff in Austin.
Well, I don't know. And hopefully Manny doesn't listen to you diming him out. All right, so yeah, that concludes that segment. Coming up next, we're going to get into something that might concern all of us involving porn. What are we talking about? Find out next on Skull and Bones Radio.
This is Batman reporting live from San Diego, California, the greatest city on earth.